This is Year 10, Homework 20 for MrReedMaths group. It's due in on Friday as usual. If we get on to question 1, you can see we've got 3 different questions here where you've got to find the value of x. On this first one here, you've got all sides, so you need to use a mathematical technique there. This next one, you've got an angle involved here, so the different mathematical technique required than in question 1. And then part C, be careful here, you can't go straight to x, you need to work out something else first to do with this triangle at the bottom here. Once you've got that, you can then start working on this triangle at the top. And you'll notice it does say to round all your answers to 1 decimal place, where sensible to do so. On to question 2. On question 2, this is a topic that we are studying in class this week, and you'll have seen it last year. You've got to draw a quadratic curve using the equation given. It's quite a simple one. Just substitute the values, these x values, to find the y values that go with them. Substitute them into here. And then each pair of values makes a coordinate on your graph. Draw them. You should get a U-shaped curve. Hopefully, if things have gone to plan. Possibly up here actually. Right, on to the next one. Draw the following graphs on separate axes. Now these are lines, these are not curves. We've talked about the gradient and the y-intercept, and you will need to draw axes, x and y axes, on a separate set of axes for each of these 4 questions here. So 4 separate graphs drawn on 4 separate axes. Moving on to question 4. Calculations. It does say to show your method here. For each of these questions, can you please show a written method of some kind? This first one here would be columns, and again columns. There's various techniques for this, but whatever you do need to show your method. Please don't just type them into a calculator, there's no point doing that. On to question 5. We've done this last week in class. We've got standard form addition and subtraction. Remember, conversions are required there before you begin that question. And then we've got a multiplication and division, and those ones can be done straight away without any initial conversions. Remember to give all answers in standard form. So for example on question A, if you do, or when you do convert these into normal numbers and add them, remember to turn it back into standard form at the end. Right, on to question 6. Simple, at the beginning anyway, simple metric conversions from one unit to another. Gets more complicated here, and I have tried to give that clue. A lot of students think that there's 10 millimeters in a centimetre, so they think you can just maybe times by 10. That does not work if the units are squared or cubed, so be careful there. Think about that maths we did in class earlier this year. Please don't write these answers down, these are wrong, so you need to think more carefully. On to question 7. This is the last one, question 7 of 7. Solve simultaneously, show your method. You'll remember when we solve simultaneously, you need to either eliminate the x's or the y's. That is more complicated when the x's don't match and the y's don't match. It's up to you to make either the x's or y's match to create new equations, and then eliminate either x or y to solve the problem. You'll know if you solve the problem because you'll have the value of x and the value of y, and you'll be able to substitute into either equation and you should get the right answer. So that's it. As usual, remember to come and see me for help if you do get stuck with this homework and it's due in on Friday.